or possibly nuclear positivity. Everyone say hi to YouTube. If you don't say hi to YouTube, I am banning you. I'm just giving you guys a fair warning. This doesn't look like Wuwa. We're watching a Wuthering Waves video. We're watching a Wuthering Waves video, but say hi to YouTube. Yeah. And if you don't, again, you're getting banned. So whatever. Also, hi Sean. So it says the most honest devs in Gacha. I don't know what the it's my Norton. I have a feeling that they're gonna shit on Genshin. And yeah, it's definitely gonna be a time. It's definitely a time.
Just released news on their latest sets of quality of life updates, and it's safe to say that they're absolutely amazing. Things like echo presets between characters, a portable synthesizer for crafting.
Wait, these didn't come out yet, right? The echo synthesizer and the portable thing. That's not real yet, right?
And echo display of stats in Sonata on drop. These are all features that have been highly requested by the player base, and they all work towards one simple goal: make Wuthering Waves a more enjoyable game. When the Kuro devs,
I'm gonna be so transparent with you. I truly do believe this is the best Gacha game out right now. I really do. I think the only one that's low-key competing with it is Sario. I think other than that, they have this shit on lock. The weapon banner is amazing. The free T0 5-star or T0.5, I guess. They've just been absolutely fucking killing it. And so I really have nothing but positive things to say. The events are good. They gave out 2 fucking million credits. Come on, bro. Who do they think they are?
Dong and Alwyn told us during the 1.3 reveal live stream that they've been listening to our feedback and that they want more. They weren't lying. Every single time these developers open their mouths or type on their keyboard, they're telling the truth. They genuinely want to make the game better. Looking at the track record of Kuro Games across the lifetime of Wuthering Waves, it's been nothing but clear communication, complete transparency, and fulfilled promises to the player base. Even when faced with the harshest critiques, they make it better. It's the complete polar.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's kind of crazy. I feel like Genshin players are conditioned to not have companies listen to them and like not listen to feedback ever. And it's like if you play literally any other game, maybe other than Destiny 2, because Bungie's the worst company of all time. Like if you literally play any other game, the company actually listens and gives feedback. You know what I'm saying? I have Genshin account. I'll say no more. Listen, I do too. We do crazy. Listen, man, we do tons of Genshin stuff, tons of Genshin account recoveries. Just lately, we've been doing more Woo than Genshin. Like, I love Genshin Impact. Don't get me wrong. But, like, you can critique the game and still enjoy it. Genshin players have Stockholm Syndrome confirmed? No, like, legit. Nah, Woo was dying. Wuthering Waves is Wuthering dying. Wuthering Waves only made $6 million on the made-up revenue charts. Therefore, the game is dying. Like, but like, you know, I mean, come on, man. Like, Genshin, they don't listen. Like, 5.0 had the potential to be fucking nuclear cinema. And it was mid. It was mid, honestly. It was pretty bad. The traversing with the characters in Natlan is stuck to philosophian bullshit. You can't regain it. Like there's no consumable for it. And Natlan characters outside of Natlan, traversal feels fucking horrible. I'd rather just run Yelan.
Polar opposite from what we've seen from games like Genshin Impact. After we all saw Dawei cry live on stage, lamenting the state of his game, many expected Genshin Impact
How long since like forever? Yeah? How long?
When the Genshin community saw the version 5.0 teasers, there was a lot of excitement for all of the new features getting added to the game. Things like a custom artifact selector, new
I love men! What the
exploration mechanics, and summonable pets. The problem, however, was that the integration of all these new mechanics was a complete joke, with many restrictions and unnecessary FOMO-fueled strings attached. And players didn't find out about any of these problems until the version was live. Ask yourself, why did Hoyoverse hide so many details about the update that was worth the CEO himself crying over? There's a reason why a majority of Kuro's 1.3 live stream was dedicated to quality of life updates and improvements to the game. They were proud of their work and wanted to show it off in depth, and they had full confidence that their implementation would be well received by the player base. That's what happens when you listen with the full intent of making real changes, with no...
You found me in Fav's TwitchCon VOD? Yo, send that, bro. Let's look it on stream. Crybait? I don't think it's crybait. I think that... maybe it is, right? I don't know, right? But, like, Hoyoverse has the potential to make good updates, as you see with every other thing. Am I really here?
Is that hot dog Arona? Oh, she said hot dog. Yeah, I'm streaming. No, You can say hi to chat.
Hi, chat. How you feeling? How was the fight? Everything good?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I didn't want to bother him. He was streaming. That's funny. That is... Ethan's famous, guys. Me and Fob, we met. We collabed. I'm not going to lie to you. You know, we exchanged numbers, whatever. Like, he's out in Japan right now. I told him, yo, I'm good, bro. I'm good on that. I didn't want to fly out with you, but, you know, whatever. So, yeah. You know, we chopped it up, though. We chopped it up type shit. We actually started freestyling, too. He put on the Mondstadt beat, and we were going crazy on that shit. Bob met a famous person. Yeah, I gave him an autograph and everything. New besties love to hear it. Exactly.
And once you understand this, you can see the reason why Hoyoverse consistently does the opposite when it comes to the reveal of their improvements to the game. Today, we'll be diving into why this is the case. Breaking down the stellar track record of Kuro Games over the past 4 months, how and why it differs so much from the embarrassing behavior we've seen from Hoyoverse as they've entered Natlan, and how this dynamic impacted and will continue to impact the gacha community as a whole.
Okay. Here's the thing with the Elixir. I think that the Elixir, people won't like this take. The part where you could only craft one artifact from a set of artifacts, I think that is horrible. I think that is bad. The other thing, I do believe, indubitably, they wouldn't have had as much kickback on the Elixir if they told people where you can get the Elixir stuff from. Because realistically, I believe you could obtain 5 free-to-play and 6 if you buy the Battle Pass. Now, 1 in the Battle Pass is fucking atrocious. That's horrible. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not defending them on that. But I do think if there was a tutorial saying, hey, you get the Elixir from here, 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 and here, it would have fixed it. But people are like, you get 1 Elixir for 40 days. And that you got 8 with Battle Pass, so Dam's got 8 with Battle Pass. So I do think they did a horrible job in managing and actually communicating where the elixirs are and how to obtain them. That would have definitely lessened the blow. Now, again, granted, the system in itself is still flawed. It is not good. Honkai Star Rail has a better one. You know what I mean? It's just kind of insane. Yeah, it's just like 2 goblets per year for most players, and that's the problem. Like, that's bad. But I think, yeah, it's not a good system. But I do think it would have cushioned it a little bit, and be like, hey, by the way, you can get 8 this patch. You know, like a little progress tracker or something. So that I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Ignoring player feedback is bad, but claiming you listen to feedback while doing less than the bare minimum in your
No, Dave, what do we listen? Because I can now track flowers in the game instead of going onto a third-party website. Therefore, it's the greatest patch of all time, and I love Genshin Impact and Kuro Games is what we trash.
Integration, that's worse. That's an insult to your
players.
I
agree, Lord. I agree.
As always,
I agree, 100%.
If you're enjoying this content, please hit that like
the video.
Genshin Impact players have had it pretty rough for the past few months. With the emotional or completely planned outbursts from Dawei across the pre-launch of Natlan, many players were convinced that version 5.0 was going to change the game completely.
Bro, I could do that if
I wanted to. They saw previews of convenient new exploration mechanics, exciting integrations of pets, and even...
You guys want to see my moves I've been working on real quick? I'm sorry. I'm just saying, they should have put me into the game. That's all I'm saying.
A customized artifact selector. It genuinely seemed like Hoyoverse wanted to make Genshin a better game. Unfortunately, all of these features were either complete fluff or so poorly integrated that their implementation was an actual insult to the player base. Exploration mechanics locked to a single region out of the 6 on the map. Pets that are only used to solve exploration puzzles.
Yo, I will die on this hill. The pets are fucking dog shit. All 3 of them suck. They're fucking bad. It is what it is. Like, it's not an opinion. They fucking suck. The traversal, horrible. The fucking bird chicken that, like, you could Spider-Man with is dog shit as well. I don't know how people defend the pets. I don't get it. They're fucking adorable. The Saurians are adorable, but Jesus Christ, do they fucking suck. Don't even get me started, bro. Everyone in my comments like, no, Ethan, you're just not doing the secret hidden tech where you could have unlimited jumps if you just eat a fruit and then you charge. Like, what is this, Smash Brothers? Do I have to fucking wave dash to fly across the map? Like, what am I doing? Come on, bro. It should just be fucking simple. You know? Like, yeah, I agree. Water one is good. The water one is whatever. Fucking have Farina. Like, what do you... The water one is probably the best. of them. But that's like saying the diarrhea that I took on Wednesday is a little bit better than the solid shit I took on Friday. Honestly, I was going to return to Genshin after 10 minutes. It got boring. I will say the best thing about this patch is those new bosses that they've put in. Now, that's a fact. Bro, it's insane to me. I just don't get it. Like, those new bosses that they put in are pretty fucking sick. Like, straight up. Local legends, they show they have the potential to make good encounters with good boss mechanics that aren't just running away in bullshit. Like, if they wanted to, I'm not saying they would make a raid, but they could do interesting things instead of the boss flying around or going underneath the water or whatever the case may be. So that was fun. That was easily peak. But everything else, I think the story is good. The story is good. I will give them that. I think the Natlan story is amazing. But I'm tired of people telling me it's a Genshin Impact is a story game. I mean, if you're gonna promise like crazy quality of life stuff, I feel like it'd be a little bit better. But whatever, you're not gonna say Fontaine peak. Fontaine was definitely peak, but I think Natlan's everything else is disappointing. I agree. They didn't even add a fishing spot in Natlan. They forgot about fishing. It'll probably be in a different update, I think.
In that one region, a custom artifact every few months
it is a grind.
That still has the potential to roll like absolute doo-doo water. There's a reason why Hoyoverse didn't go into an in-depth explanation of these new features, because they knew their player base would not be happy with it.
Really? Okay, I hate underwater in every single video game, DJ. But it's like like Kingdom Hearts or anything else. I actually really enjoyed underwater exploration of Fontaine. There is something about Fontaine where I enjoyed it. I don't know what it was. I just actually enjoyed it. Now, granted, it brought nothing new to the table. Like, objectively, if they don't add fucking fishing to WoW. I don't want that shit. I don't want anything gatekeep behind fishing. It's the fucking most dog shit mechanic in any video game, any MMO of all time. I'm not fucking sitting there playing with a fucking fishing rod. Fuck that. But like, Fontaine objectively didn't really add anything crazy. Like, if you didn't like Genshin before, you weren't going to like it then. I just loved Fontaine. Bro, no, fishing's ass. He was too busy staring at Ito's ass. He's allergic to beans. Yeah, I think fishing's
Question is, why develop new features that players are not going to like in the first place? Kuro Games, on the other hand, has never pulled their punches when it comes to the details.
They tried. I don't know what he's saying.
Whenever
they really
these developers announce a quality of life update, a new exploration mechanic, or an optimization to the game, it's completely clear to the players what they're doing. When players complained about no echo experience or tuners, they cited that complaint in their developer notes and
Yo, they need to change this shit where you can't fodder zero-cost echoes. I'm so tired of it. Let me snooze ads. That is like that in the world level experience. They need to fucking change. Not the actual. I farted. You might have heard it. Not the actual level of the rewards you get from higher world levels need to be adjusted. And I'm tired of getting a fusion echo with havoc damage, and I can't do anything with it other than combine it to get other shitty echoes. They need to fucking change that. Like, I don't know why they're so against that. Yo, Mrs. Almond, I appreciate the follow, bro. Damn it, welcome in. How are you? Say hi to YouTube. You're on a YouTube video. I'm not cutting this out, but I appreciate you. Welcome in. There should be a domain for like shell credits just for XP. That too. Like, the game's not perfect. It's not perfect at all, but like, I think that is their biggest issue. Leveling up echoes, and how do you fix it so that way you don't have to run tacit fields? Fodder level 0 echoes. There's no reason why I need to get an echo to level 4 or 5 to fodder it. It's wasting material. If I have no experience, how can I level it to 5 to fodder it? I can't. And then after that, if I combine them and put them into other echoes, what is that going to do for me? I have no fucking experience. It's resin locked. Like, it's insane. Speak slower. Couldn't understand you at all. I said, what up, Almond? I appreciate the follow, bro. Thank you. Dap me up. Hope you're having a great day, and you're in a YouTube video.
Subsequently added a boatload of these resources to every future event in the game.
Give a lot of resources
when players got a free Shangli Yao, a limited 5-star, and complained about the lack of character leveling materials, Kuro again cited this complaint in their developer notes and announced multiple new events in version 1.3 specifically targeted to these resources. And when players complained about the clunkiness of swapping overworld characters to complete aiming challenges, again, the developers cited the complaint and then gave full details and a short
That is the low-key probably best quality of life update we've gotten. Swapping to Chixia, who I absolutely hate, or Mortefi or something, in the middle of a quest when like there's enemies around is crazy. Also, their turnaround time or updates are insane. You can play AAA games and not have the amount of hot fixes and patches that WoW was given in the past 4 months that a AAA game could have in like a year. Like online live service games, Destiny 2. I think WoW had 13 hot fixes and patches within the first 10 days. It's insane. Not gonna lie, I don't think I'll be able to finish the echo leveling. What echo leveling? Hi, you two. AI bot. I'm happy they're doing updates like this. I agree. And again, their turnaround time is fucking insane. It's super quick. Like, you're not waiting that long for anything crazy. They're really killing it. They really are.
Preview of the
doing
new
a great job.
Droid gadget.
Welcome back, Yog.
What's going on, brother? This problem. There's a reason why Kuro is so vocal about all of these new additions to the game. They know they'll be well received because these critiques are coming directly from the people who play their game. And that's why Kuro dedicated a significant portion of their live stream to simply beg their players for more feedback. Could you even dream of a response like this from the Genshin devs? When you look at Kuro's impeccable track record of transparency and listening, you can't help but look back on version 5.0 and all of its new features with anything other than...
I don't know why there's like Genshin Impact's developers are so against giving good updates like that. Like, I feel like there's really no reason for them to be that way. They're making an ungodly amount of money with Star Rail. He's doing well. Like, it's not even like Genshin Impact's the main cash cow anymore. Like, HSR has made so much money since the launch, and they continue to make so much fucking money. Like, it's not even like taking a risk with Genshin. It's like literally just fucking fixing things in the game. You know what I mean? They would only profit by making certain changes. So I don't get it. 40-day event, you get a big... Oh, got you. I haven't even done that yet. Yeah, it's a new event where you tune a certain amount of echoes, you can get rewards. Oh, see, I didn't know that. That I did not know was a thing. I haven't done any of the events yet at all. Yeah, but I just don't get it. I don't know why they don't do that. Sarah does it. ZZZ does it. They're releasing 5 other games. It's especially funny contrast to stuff like what's happening with Bethesda or Sony or Ubisoft. Saw a whole video the other day about how the devs at those companies are like intentionally shielded for any sort of criticism. Yeah, I know. It's insane. Imagine getting valid criticism. Honkai Star Rail has auto. No, I know it has auto, but being an auto game, I don't think stops them from... I understand Honkai Star Rail is a much easier and cheaper video game to make, like, without a doubt. Like, making a character on Star Rail is super easy to do compared to Genshin because you have less to test. But like, their quality of life updates and their just philosophy about the game is so much more healthier than Genshin's. I don't know why they don't bring that a little bit over. Well, that's why I play it. Also, yes, being on auto makes things a lot fucking easier. It's definitely better than Epic 7 for sure. So when they go on to it and say Starfield is the best game ever made, it's because they've been fed that bullshit the whole dev process. Yeah, again, like, obviously there's negativity and there's tons of bad feedback, even if people have good intentions. We spoke about this the other day. You could be a really good person and possibly some of the worst feedback of all times. Devs need to really nitpick and figure things out of what they should be listening to. But just having someone blow smoke up your ass is absolutely not going to help you at all. Slight is, by the way, Miles, are you going live? Miles, you should start going live because I'm winding down after this video. Oh, Jinxie's live as well. Shit. This is kind of the main joke to make fun of Genshin players. Genshin could never, and see certain improvements would literally devs listen. Yeah, bro. I mean, it's crazy. It's fucking insane. And it's like, they have the ability to listen. They have the money. They have the development teams. I really don't understand it. Like, I don't get it. The game would be so much better, and I think it would do so much better just in totality. Not even for just the end game people, but just the quality of life stuff. Like, they dropped some good stuff, you know, for quality of life wise. But it doesn't change the game. Love, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's getting super late. I promise you, I will open up tomorrow and we will do your account first. I promise you. Because it is getting late as fuck. Tomorrow, I promise, I swear, you'll be the first person. Just message me on Discord so that way I have you at the top of my list. But yeah, it's like, bro, what are we doing, you know? I don't get it.
Why create so much anticipation and hype across the player base by revealing highly requested additions like the custom artifact selector, but omit the fact that it's time-gated by a huge fraction of the calendar year? Why hide the fact that only Natlan characters can actively engage with the new exploration mechanics, as well as the fact that these mechanics are obscenely nerfed outside of Natlan?
Don't even get me started on the Natlan meta.
That all of these new pets are mainly for puzzles and minigames, and not a meaningful addition to combat. The harsh reality of these improvements is that Hoyoverse has been receiving and ignoring them for years, and now that Wuthering...
Bro, Natlan feels like a cool kids party. It feels like you're invited to the cool kids table. Like, everything in Natlan is so much quote-unquote better, and then the second you leave Natlan without Natlan characters, or if you run Natlan characters that don't associate with Natlan characters, it just feels like an elite class. Like, it feels like a fucking episode of Mean Girls, bro. That's how I think of Natlan, as like an episode of Mean Girls. Dope there. Everything else, I think Natlan exposed all of the bigger issues with Genshin Impact. Genuinely. I really do. I don't think I think it exposed more than fixed anything, truthfully. It's pretty unfortunate.
Wuthering Waves is released and has demonstrated they have devs who actually care about the players.
I still love,
now,
send me your info
all
real
of these
quick.
features are suddenly getting added to the game, but they all come with massive strings attached.
Kanichi isn't that bad outside of Natlan. Mulaney's terrible. Mulaney's horrendous outside of Natlan. Kanichi, while Kanichi is cool, right? I don't still see a point for him. Like, he's definitely cool, but the one Spider-Man I think is kind of lackluster. I really do. I think it's silly. Like, the game traversal in itself is already really shitty and not very good to begin with. You're not breaking the game by giving Kanichi 2 Spider-Man charges if they wanted to explore Natlan. Game feels old, it's outdated. It's very, very, very outdated. It feels like a dated video game. And that's the problem. And so when they have the capabilities to fix that, and they fix it in Natlan, but they ignore every other fucking region, you know? It's the free Spider-Man swing when you sprint. That's the big part that's nerfed. A lot. Why can't you get that? Yes, the swapping Spider-Man swing. Why can't you get that and then just another charge, you know? We can do it tomorrow. You try to get some rest. You got 39 more hours to go. We have a lot of hours left on the subathon. Holy shit. I appreciate your love. Thank you for being understanding. I appreciate you.
Hoyoverse,
yeah, it's definitely feels dated
5.0
for sure.
has a strategy focused around keeping information away from their players. They'll bring their community in with a juicy hook, claiming they've been listening to feedback, and then do a complete bait and switch by implementing that feedback in some of the worst ways possible, with a lot of it locked behind a credit card. When you look at all of these tactics from Hoyoverse, it's clear what their intent is. They're trying to make as much money as possible from their players, and they're using the bait of new quality of life features and the disguise of listening to make it happen. That's why the new exploration mechanics might as well not exist if you don't pull on Natlan banners. That's why the artifact selector is obscenely timed.
They're also actually breaking every Natlan character to have perfect synergy with each other and have not be bad outside of a Natlan team, but like synergize super well and make artifact sets super broken where you nerf everything else. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel.
I'm gated with a nice little shortcut if you purchase the paid
because
battle
everything
pass.
else is a waste.
That's why it took nearly 4 years for their weapon banner to have its pity reduced from infinite to 160. This company is greedy, and they won't shy away from basically lying through omission in their version updates and probably lying about their actual intent.
I agree. What's going on, Nat? I feel like here's my argument. I put in another video, and I got yelled at in the comments for it. Why pull for anyone in Natlan if you know you're going to come back in 9 months and play Snezhnaya, and they're going to do the same thing all over again in Snezhnaya? So what's the point? Because if this is the precedent going forward where the new region characters are busted and fucking cracked, and they mainly synergize with them, why even bother? Because now in 9 months they're obsolete. And so I was told, well, they're fun. And like, obviously, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Like, have your own version of fun. But I do think that it's a situation where it's like, if this is the cycle we're doing, because we saw it a little bit in Fontaine, it wasn't as bad, but now we're seeing it even more, and it's going to be, so what's the point of pulling for them? I don't think there's a point. You know what I'm saying? Might as well just fucking forehead your way through the game, do the story, and wait for the next region at that point. My opinion, if that's how they're going to go. Travel outside of Natlan, their travel is severely limited outside of Natlan. Severely limited outside.
And with these changes to get their bag. When you compare this mindset to that of Kuro Games, it couldn't be any more different. The words of Solon, Kuro CEO, ring louder now than ever before. Love your game, love your players, and love your team. As long as you survive, that's enough. right? You can see these heartfelt words in play across every update Kuro has made to Wuthering Waves. You can tell these developers actually play their game and want to enjoy it as well. Hopefully, we can see this kind of transparent, receptive behavior continue to spread across mainstream gacha developers. Genshin, like we've clearly seen, is making...
It is, though. That I don't agree with. The mainstream gacha developers don't have this problem. The only people that have this problem is Genshin. Starro doesn't have this problem. ZZZ just gave an amazing interview, nuclear cinema interview about developers finally listening. Wuthering Waves does it. I believe E7 listens to their community pretty well. Like, well, even though E7's not on the level of them, but like Neverness to Everness is coming out, and I assume they're gonna listen. Like, it's really just Genshin. It's just a Genshin problem. It is not a problem with these other games, so I don't know.
Making updates to fix their game, pressured by the competition of Wuthering Waves. They just
what up, Agent? I appreciate the follow, bro. Damn, man, welcome and how are you? Welcome, brother. I appreciate you, though. Thank you.
And actually start respecting their players.
Yeah.
As always, if you enjoyed this content, please hit that like.
Like the video. Yeah, man, I think they got to get it together. I don't know. Will it happen? I don't think so. There will be... I don't think there'll be anything that will make Hoyoverse change the way Genshin Impact works. I think that game is just stuck the way it is, and that is it. I think it's just like that, you know? Bye, YouTube. I love you. I love your mother a little bit more.